So today's topic is going to be going over what type of hunting outfits that you want to wear when you go up elk hunting. So I used to be really bargain basement. I'm still cheap, but I used to be really cheap when I got gear for hunting, especially clothing. So one of the things I bought from a thrift shop was one of these big one-piece suits, right? Now, this was kind of nice to have just to wear around camp and stuff, but I've learned it's not really worth the weight or changing in and out of, so this kind of just stays in the attic. It's good for working on cars and stuff, but you know, this cheap suit, not that great. The other problem is this is all one piece, so if you get hot, you can't take it all off, you know. If I get hot when I'm wearing here, I can take the jacket off but leave the pants on. This, it's all or nothing. So I don't really suggest that. Then the other thing I got is I got some cheap bibs off season that are too big for me, but I made them fit. And these big cheap bibs, they're nice, they're insulated, they do their job well. A little heavy, a little bulky on the big bibs there. And then from Academy, I also got myself one of these game winter jackets. It's a nice warm jacket, kind of heavy, kind of big, lots of synthetic insulation in it. One nice thing about that in the bibs is they're very quiet because they're made out of material that doesn't crackle. So jacket, that's a nice thing. One of the other things I have in my inventory here is my old Army Gore-Tex jacket. Now the nice thing about the Army Gore-Tex jacket is it does have the places to unzip it. It works as a raincoat because it's waterproof. The problem is Gore-Tex, it's noisy. So kind of a noisy jacket. When you're selecting your hunting clothing, you want something that doesn't make a lot of extra noise to give away your position when you're walking. So then last year, I purchased these pants with the Kevlar knees and the Kevlar hind end here. The nice thing about these Kevlar pieces here is when you sit down on wet things, your bobo doesn't get wet. If you kneel down on your knee doesn't get wet. They're reinforced where they need to be reinforced. So I got these pants real cheap in the off season at Cabela's, and then I got this pullover that was real inexpensive at Cabela's and matched. Now the problem with the pullover is this. When you pull this over and you're wearing it and you get hot, it only unzips halfway and it gets very warm. You have to stop, take your backpack off, take your exterior orange piece off, then you have to take this off by pulling it over your head and stick it in your bag. So I found out the pullover, while it's nice, when you start getting hot, you got to take the stupid thing off. It's a real pain. So let's talk about what I bought now. They didn't have it last year, but I looked it up. This is the pullover, when it's cold, is supposed to go under this jacket. Okay? They can be used individually, but this is the real jacket that is the external shell. And it's thin, so it doesn't keep you real warm, but you just wear other layers underneath it. So here's the deal. When you get up in the morning, you're going to have enough clothing on to sit there and eat breakfast and stay warm. But then when you start walking up the trail to get to your hunting position, it's going to be around freezing, but when you start to walk, you're going to start generating a lot of heat. That's when you want to basically have, I wear this vest. It's a fleece vest, so it doesn't make any noise. So if I'm going up the mountain and I start to get hot, I unzip the vest. Okay, step one. Step two, I unzip the front here, and then that lets, I still wear my backpack, but that lets a lot of heat out through the chest. Then this has zippers in the armpits. You unzip the armpits. Now you're walking and you have, your stuff is breathing through your chest and through your armpits, and your heat's expelling through that. So you don't have to stop and take everything off. Then when you get in position and you sit down and you're waiting for the sun to come up, ever so slowly, your heart rate's going to slow, you're going to start cooling back off. Oh, it's getting kind of cool. All right, let's do this. Now that I'm getting cool again, let's zip my jacket up. Oh, I'm still a little cold. All right, let's zip this back up. Then batten down the hatches, per se. The other trick is, I don't have my wool cap out here, but I start off with a wool cap, performance fleece orange cap, and when I start to get hot, I pull that off and slap on my hat. So being able to switch from a cold weather hat to a baseball cap, that gets rid of a lot of heat, because a lot of your heat is expelled through your head. So always have two hats, one for when it's hot and one for when it's cold, or when you're hot and it's cold, you can switch. So this is about the best outfit I have. It's got reinforced Kevlar elbow pads here too, in case you're having to kneel down and put your arm on something wet, or lay down and shoot prone. So these are really nice outfits. This jacket ran me 75 bucks, and these pants ran me about 100 bucks. And normal price, when it's near hunting season, this is a $200 jacket and a $200 pair of pants. So instead of paying $400, I paid $175 for the pants and jacket. And the reason is here in Texas, this is Western Zone sagebrush. Nobody buys that in Texas. Everyone wants real tree. Everyone wants dark green. They don't want this sagebrush junk. But where I go in Colorado, this is perfect to blend in with. So now, let's talk about a little bit about other things here. This is my big long sleeve hoodie, orange, made out of performance fleece. Again, I can wear this underneath this jacket if it's real cold and use that as one of my base layers. And then once it gets hot through the day, then I just lose this and go with the vest. Or I can take the vest, or I can even take this and put this on over this jacket if I wanted to. I can wear this on the outside and be all orange and be warm, but this thing to keep you warm is better underneath as a base layer than an outside layer. The reason is it's made out of performance fleece, so if you stick it under the shell, it'll contain your heat better than on the outside. It'll work either way though. So that's a nice big orange thing. This vest and this thing are probably 20 bucks each in the off season. Again, real quiet, doesn't make noise. Been using those for 4 years. All right, and then when I first went elk hunting, I thought, oh, I need to be like where they can't see me and break up my silhouette. So I made a orange ghillie suit that hooks on over my backpack like that. And this is just stupid. Don't do that. This is extra weight. It's over your backpack and it snags on trees and lots of things. It's a big pain in the rump. I learned this is stupid. Plus elk, they don't see as quite the same way deer do. Breaking up your silhouette doesn't help hide you any better from them. Their eyes work differently, so having a ghillie suit when you're elk hunting doesn't help you any. Wearing this, I'm just as invisible as if I had this on. They don't see silhouettes, really. Okay, so then what's replaced that is an orange shemagh. Okay, so shemaghs are nice because you can sit there and you can wrap them around your neck. You can, if you get cold, wrap them around your phone. Yeah, lots of uses for shemaghs. What I do is I put that on the back of my backpack, where it's tied on and hanging off the back of my backpack, so it keeps orange on my back over my camo backpack, and helps keep me orange all around and safer. But when I get cold, wraps around my neck. If my face is cold, I can wrap it around my face. You can wipe things up with it. You can blow your nose on it. This is why our military people over in Afghanistan and Iraq have shemaghs, is there are so many uses for them. So again, I would suggest a warm hat, a baseball hat that you can switch back and forth on. I would suggest a shemagh, orange, and then a performance fleece vest is probably all you really need. You don't need that big one, just have it. And then picking out an outfit that has zippers in the armpits and fully unzips down the front. That's the type of thing you need to basically release your extra body heat as you're walking through the mountains, and then you can zip everything up when you get where you're going. It's the best setup that I found. You don't have to get the special ones with the reinforced stuff, but if your outfit offers it, go with it. Sika makes great gear like this. This is the Cabela's cheap stuff. Again, it's made out of heavier material, but it's very durable, very strong. And if you buy it right now, after Christmas, it's in February now, they're giving it away. It's just cheap. So, but then again, you can also go with my buddy. He gets QE, K-U-I-E. His outfit, I think, runs 600 bucks for pants and jacket. Again, I like stuff that works, and I'm not going to pay quite as much for that sort of thing at this point. So again, you have lots of options, but remember, unzips, breathable, that's the key, and then nice performance fleece vest for your orange vest versus that cheap stuff that you have, like the shotgun hunter vest where you have the crackly thing to keep the birds in the back, and the shell holders. Don't bother with that junk. You need something that'll help keep you warm and provide you the orange, so these performance fleece vests are really great options. They have really nice zip-up pockets. So sorry if this went a little bit long, but just want to share with you my evolution of how I've gone from bargain basement, heavy, thick gear to this lighter weight, breathable stuff. And I'm so much happier with this stuff on. It's just, it's a much better outfit, much more comfortable, much less hassle when you're up there. So hope this helps, and happy hunting to you.